Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the Oddly Enough show that we do every week with Swingin' Johnson. And last week, Swingin' and I took a shot at, handicapping a little soccer despite being dumb Americans. And oddly enough, our picks were profitable. Unbelievable. Swingin' Johnson, thanks for being back with us.
Loshak, you sick, twisted freak. It is so special to talk to you on a weekly basis. And today we're going to chat a little bit about the destruction of Brazil on Tuesday and, of course, the World Cup finale featuring Germany and Argentina.
Maybe this was just beginner's luck. I mean, we're still dumb Americans, right? You're still American. I'm still American. We're both still dumb. And, do you think that we have any reason to believe that our, picks for soccer going forward would be profitable again?
Well, we're arrogant by nature because
yes, that's right.
we are
That's
gringos
true.
after all. But what the hell? I mean, we did pretty well last week. I mean, we had Belgium, and they lost 1-0. How many teams haven't lost 1-0? So that one flamed. However, we had Los Ticos putting up a big battle against the Netherlands, and actually we called for a draw in regulation, and sure enough, plus 333 cashed our ticket, baby.
And you remember my pick? What did I say, Swinging? Do you remember? I said I'm going to be betting on Germany one way or another against Brazil. You remember that?
Oh my goodness gracious. And I'll tell you what, man, not only was that a very savvy play on your part, but I got to tell you something, man. Everybody loves to see Goliath get knocked down, unless, of course, you are indeed Goliath. So I have to tell you that I'm guilty of a little schadenfreude. Your pain is my pleasure sort of thing. For some strange reason, I am enjoying the misfortune of an entire country, and I don't even know why, Loshak.
All right, I guess let's start with the finals, Germany and Argentina, right? And I'm thinking the same thing. I'm liking Germany, although I could easily see a push here, so I'd rather take them on a pick than to pick them to win in regulation or to advance. At pick, I've seen minus 165. Minus 155. Germany minus 155. I think I'm loving it, Swinging Johnson. What do you think?
Wow, man, I'll tell you what, I am just thinking of, in the NFL, they have those trap games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There was a big win, and then there's a letdown, and it's like, Denver playing Cleveland, and they're on the road, and, Denver's like a 2.5-point favorite, and all the public buries them, but the Sharps are on the other side, and you're saying, what the hell's going on? Honestly, man, I'm looking at this thing. Here's my knee-jerk reaction to these World Cup odds. I mean, as you and I discussed, there were some bad teams in the World Cup. There were, of course, the elite teams, but teams in the middle really aren't that far removed from the really good teams, like you and I spoke about. I mean, with so many shootouts, 1-goal games. So, in my estimation, I was looking at Argentina plus 250. In regulation. And, I'm thinking to myself, don't you think that Germany could experience some sort of hangover effect after their big win over Brazil? I mean, couldn't the current betting odds on Argentina be like a reflection of big overreaction by the public to Germany's domination of Brazil? You know what, man? I'm on the other side. I like a little Argentina.
All right, well, here's my thought. I mean, you have to get, right now we're going to get a little bit, not racist, but countryist, right? And you have to think about, Germany, that's a cold-blooded country. I mean, in World War II, they slaughtered millions of people. They didn't give a fuck. That is a cold-blooded people. I don't think they let down. You know what I mean? These guys are not, they're efficient as hell. They're like the closest thing to human robots that exist. These guys are not getting too high, too low. They're not getting depressed. They're not suffering letdown. They're like, we have a job to do and we're going to do it, or whatever the accent is. Germany's not going to let down here, man.
Well, I'll tell you, you make a good point. I mean, if you've ever seen supermodel Heidi Klum on American's Got Talent, I mean, she's beautiful, but she scares the hell out of me. I mean, I know what you're saying, man. But you know what? We'll see how, this is the kind of funny thing. I mean, because when you're talking about this, everybody's a genius. Hindsight is 20/20. So after this game, if Argentina goes on to win, people are going to say, well, Germany was going to let down. Of course, if Germany goes on to win, they're going to say, how stupid were you to bet Argentina when look how great they looked against Brazil? Kind of the same thing, segueing into the runner-up game, which, as you said, I didn't even know they had one, but Brazil's going to have to trot out there one more time in front of their not-so-adoring fans. And I'm thinking, again, this is like one side of the coin or the other. Are they going to be so humiliated and embarrassed that nothing is going to stop them? They're going to say, we're going to atone for our sins. Or have they just packed it in and say, for the love of God, get me off the pitch. I want to go home.
I think that maybe Brazil's problems were not, I don't think that they were mental. I think they had personnel problems. I mean, I did do a little bit of research on it, and, they had some major reasons on the field that I thought that they were going to be a good bet against there. And, maybe if they were playing a lesser foe, yeah, they'd come in and kick ass. Maybe you want to take Brazil -1.5 or something like that. But I'm thinking that, Netherlands is a pretty good team in their own right. I'm thinking that Netherlands might actually be the bet in that game as well.
Yeah, I actually am. I believe you, because we spoke a little bit about Brazil a few weeks ago, and we were both saying that, geez, they're plus 250. I mean, such short odds to win the World Cup, and some of their earlier games, I mean, they weren't that powerhouse that everybody had talked about. Certainly a talented team on paper, but you know what? There was, we were talking about the pressure of playing at home, and especially, it's tenfold when you're the host country, and you're expected to win. So I'm with you. I mean, the Netherlands, if it's one thing they can do, I mean, they have scored a lot of goals in this World Cup, and I'm with you, man.
Let's sum up our plays here. I'm going to take a shot with Netherlands in regulation, and I think my best bet on that one is going to be the Netherlands team total over. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'll figure it out later. And then in the other one, I'm going to take Germany pick 'em. What are your picks, Swingin' Johnson?
Well, you and I are on the same sheet of music when it comes to the consolation game. I'm with Netherlands in regulation. I am, however, going to go with Argentina in the big one. So that's where I am, plus 250 in regulation.
Okay, Swingin' Johnson, we will see if the dumb Americans can do it 2 weeks in a row. Awesome call, Swingin'. Thanks so much. Talk to you again next week.